The BL industry has produced stars known far beyond Thailand, but fame brings scrutiny. Many BL actors have faced accusations of homophobia or insensitivity. Some learned, some ignored it, some doubled down. But what is homophobia? It's prejudice or hostility toward LGBTQIA people, and it's not always obvious. In December 2024, Joss Ware was caught following many accounts linked to red pill and controversial content. He never addressed it, just unfollowed and moved on. BL fans, however, haven't forgotten and call him out whenever they can. But what's so problematic about the people he was following? He even had a Joe Rogan quote pinned on his profile, the same Rogan known for racist, homophobic, and transphobic comments. Then there's Andrew Tate, a self-proclaimed alpha male who calls women property and blames rape victims for their assaults. He's facing multiple charges, including human trafficking and rape. And Pearl Davis? She's an anti-feminist who thinks women are to blame if men cheat, and that society was better when women had no rights. And then there's Donald Trump, the biggest red flag of them all. He's been accused of sexism, homophobia, transphobia, and racism for years. From attacking women's rights to mocking immigrants and the LGBTQ+ community, his record speaks for itself. So following him and others like him doesn't exactly scream ally. These people built their careers on controversy, pushing misogyny, homophobia, and even outright abuse. When a BL actor, whose career depends on queer representation, follows red pill and extremist accounts, people notice. Is he homophobic? Not necessarily, but he's careless. Following that kind of content shows poor judgment and a lack of awareness. Promoting BL while engaging with accounts that spread hate sends mixed signals. There's no proof he's openly homophobic, but his behavior makes him seem indifferent to it, and in this industry, that's damaging enough. White's career hit its peak with his acclaimed role as Fawn in Lovesick at just 19. Despite initial doubts, he embraced the role and earned widespread praise. However, his career has faced challenges in recent years, with some speculating that his controversial behavior and attitude might be to blame. One controversy occurred when White made a transphobic joke on a YouTube show. He and co-star oft joked about Jenny, a transgender person, using the term ladyboy, leading to confusion over pronouns. Reactions were mixed. Some defended the term as self-referential, while others found it offensive. In 2022, White made a homophobic rape joke on Safe House 4, which sparked significant backlash. The apology for this joke was criticized as insincere, with fans feeling it came off as, "We don't find it offensive, but if we offended you, sorry." The situation worsened when White appeared in blackface on Safe House. This was seen as highly inappropriate and offensive, especially following the previous controversy. Fans were divided. Some defended White, arguing the jokes were part of Thai culture and language, while others, particularly international fans, found them harmful. He has since left GMMTV and hasn't been acting much, but fans are not going to forgive him anytime soon. So, is he homophobic or not? Based on what we know, yes, White has shown homophobic behavior. He made a homophobic rape joke, he made a transphobic joke, and in both instances his apology wasn't sincere, which shows he didn't take the harm seriously. All of this adds up. The blackface incident and other insensitive jokes make it worse, but the homophobic and transphobic comments alone are enough to say he crossed that line. It's not about one mistake, it's the pattern. Phiravich gained fame in 2018 after playing Tin in Love by Chance. After that, he appeared in a few other BL dramas before switching to mainstream dramas. When asked if he would return to BL, he said he would only do so if he were old or in need of money, which angered BL fans who thought his comment was rude and homophobic. He made a lot of homophobic comments on social media and also said that he won't be going back to the BL industry unless he's old and need money, which is super rude, said one viewer. In another instance, he said he would be fine acting in BLs as long as he wasn't playing a gay character, but his return would ultimately depend on his partner since he didn't want to act alongside anyone besides his Love by Chance co-star Plan Rathivit. Added that he didn't want to do more BL dramas to avoid being typecast and getting stuck in a genre that could lead to a stagnant career. He wants to broaden his horizons with directing or taking on more challenging roles. Although some of what he said made sense, he ruined it by acting as if one should only do BL when they are desperate and struggling. Is he homophobic? based on his own words, yes, in effect, even if not in intent. He might not hate gay people, but saying he'd only do BL if he were old or broke treats queer roles as lesser or embarrassing, reinforcing harmful stereotypes. His stance spreads stigma, dismisses queer stories, and undermines the community that supported his career. He's not openly hateful, but his comments and behavior fall into homophobic territory. Oat Pasakorn faced backlash from Thai BL fans after a recent livestream where he discussed his upcoming Omegaverse BL series. In one clip, he tried explaining Omegaverse by saying it was like dogs mating and getting stuck, which many interpreted as comparing queer intimacy to animal behavior, a comment fans found offensive and disrespectful. In another, he called the Omegaverse a fantasy made by yaoi girls, using the term fujoshi in a mocking tone. Fans felt he was belittling female BL audiences and treating the genre like a joke. As the clip spread, netizens accused him of being homophobic and insensitive, reducing queer relationships to something vulgar and animalistic, especially disappointing coming from a BL actor. He made things worse by saying he was basically homeless in the industry before joining the project. The phrasing implied he took the role for quick cash, leading fans to accuse him of seeing BL as easy money rather than valuing the genre. He also claimed yaoi girls are addicted to NC scenes, referring to explicit sexual content. Many saw this as disrespectful and dismissive, suggesting BL fans only care about explicit scenes instead of the story, representation, or emotional depth. Is he homophobic? Comparing Omegaverse intimacy to dogs mating and mocking BL fans as yaoi girls addicted to NC scenes reinforces harmful stereotypes and dismisses both the LGBTQ+ community and the BL fandom. He may not openly hate queer people, but his statements are ignorant, insensitive, and offensive. Even if not intentionally hateful, his comments crossed into harmful, homophobic territory. God Itthipat, who played Fa in the original Two Moons series, stirred quite a bit of controversy when he decided not to continue beyond the first season. "I have no plans to work in BLs again," God reportedly said, a decision backed by his management. This upset many fans of the Two Moons novels, who expected the series to continue with 3 parts. If he was going to use BL as a stepping stone, he shouldn't have chosen a 3-part series, one fan complained. Rumors also swirled around his behavior on set, particularly towards his co-star Bass Krist Perawat, who played Weo. God wiping his lips after a kiss scene with Bass was a clear sign of disrespect, some fans speculated. There were also claims that God had certain kiss scenes removed because he didn't like them, adding fuel to the fire. God's public image took another hit when a personal video leaked, showing him in a compromising situation. While some fans brushed it off, others believed it damaged his reputation. Combined with his discomfort playing gay roles and engaging in fan service, this led to speculation that his agency barred him from continuing in the series and interacting with the cast, especially Bass. A netizen even described God as arrogant and self-centered, suggesting this might have affected his relationships within the industry. He has done a couple of Lakerns but has been largely quiet for the past 2 years, but his name will always be associated with him being allegedly homophobic. Is God Itthipat homophobic? Based on what we know, no. His unease with BL roles and queer fan service frustrated fans, but that alone isn't homophobia. True homophobia involves prejudice or hostility toward LGBTQ+ people. In God's case, his reactions seem more about personal boundaries and career choices than bias. Build Jakapan, one of the lead stars from 2022 top-rating BL show, Kinporsche, had everything going for him, including a new lead role in new BL 4 Minutes, brand sponsorships, and adoring fans. However, things went south when Kinporsche writer Poi Pachiman, Build's ex-girlfriend, accused him of physical abuse, financial abuse, and cheating. When these accusations surfaced, it was clear that Build and Poi had been a couple and their relationship ended badly. Fans denied the accusations, saying Build would never be with Poi because she was too ugly, and that he wouldn't need her money. The court case concluded with both parties admitting that the teasing had gone too far and that both had made mistakes, including exaggerated claims and fake photos from Poi. Fans interpreted this as Build being innocent and Poi guilty. The situation worsened when leaked chat messages revealed Build criticizing his Be on Cloud colleagues. He called Oppo a loser and said that he is way better than Oppo. He extended his rants to Bible, using homophobic slurs and derogatory remarks against Bible, whom he called incompetent and ugly. Bible and the rest of his colleagues subsequently unfollowed him, along with many fans who felt he was a toxic human being. After the scandals, Bill left BOC, and although his most loyal fans are still supporting him, the majority of people have nothing good to say about him. Is Bill homophobic?
Yes.
He's used direct homophobic slurs against colleagues, showing clear bias toward LGBTQ+ people. His overall conduct, frequent insults, bragging, and conflict reinforces that pattern. While not every controversy ties to homophobia, his words and actions toward LGBTQ+ colleagues undeniably do. Krist Perawat, famous for his role in the hit BL series Sodus, has faced a mix of success and controversy. His career soared around 2015 to 2016 with Sodus, where he starred alongside Singdo Percaya. Although the series was a huge success, Krist soon found himself in hot water with accusations of homophobia. One controversy arose when Krist allegedly called a fan a stupid bee for shipping him and Gun. Another issue was his response during an Instagram Q&A when asked if he was gay. Krist reportedly replied with an emphatic absolutely no and a screen full of angry emojis. In an interview about watching the steamy M/M scenes in Friendzone the series, he said, "That's not something guys want to watch. I skip to the straight couples." These comments led some to believe Krist might be frustrated with fans thinking he and Singdo are a real couple and possibly doesn't realize the harm his words can cause. Critics argue this reflects a mix of toxic masculinity and internalized prejudice, where he can be outwardly respectful to gay people, but still hold biases. Despite this, Krist starred in another BL in 2023 and appeared in another one in 2025, suggesting his views or comfort with such roles might have changed. However, past controversies have left a lasting mark, and some still view him as homophobic. Is Krist homophobic? Not exactly. He's made dismissive remarks about BL and reacted harshly to fan shipping, showing some discomfort. He often overemphasizes that he isn't gay, but he continues to work in BL and hasn't attacked LGBTQ+ people directly. His behavior shows insensitivity and bias, but not outright homophobia. Perth Tanapon has been in BL dramas for years, and with that came controversy. His breakout role in Love by Chance in 2018 is remembered for more than just its success. During filming, his co-star Earth Katsamonit, Kuhart, who's openly gay, reportedly faced homophobia and rough treatment from some cast members. Fans have long debated Perth's role, since he and Earth were close at the time. Earth recalled being excluded and mocked, including moments like cast members jumping on his bed and throwing his things. As a more openly queer, feminine-presenting actor, he was likely targeted in an unwelcoming environment. Perth, just 17 and new to acting, was present during some incidents. When old clips resurfaced, fans accused the group of bullying Earth. Perth wasn't seen being hostile or homophobic, but his silence drew criticism, though expecting a teenage newcomer to confront older colleagues was arguably unfair. He later apologized publicly and remains on good terms with Earth. Is he homophobic?
No.
Homophobic behavior involves direct insults, slurs, or excluding someone for being LGBTQ+, and there's no evidence Perth did any of this. His actions reflect teen inexperience in a toxic environment, not prejudice. Fans were frustrated by his silence, but that doesn't make him homophobic, just a young actor navigating a difficult set. BL fans have labeled Gulf Kanawut a homophobe, transphobe, and ableist, based on clips from the Tarn-type era. In an interview, he admitted to bullying a classmate for being girly, effeminate, and laughed about it as an adult. Miu, his former partner, added a disclaimer that this reflected Gulf when he was younger and that he had changed, but Gulf didn't acknowledge it and continued laughing while telling the story. He also tried to justify his actions by saying others joined in. Gulf has faced criticism for ableism, too. Videos allegedly show him mocking people with Tourette syndrome and imitating a blind person for fun. Is Gulf homophobic?
Yes.
Admitting to bullying a classmate for being effeminate and laughing about it as an adult demonstrates bias and contempt toward LGBTQ+ people. This wasn't a one-time mistake. It's a pattern he never apologized for. Combined with other harmful actions, it shows a general disregard for marginalized groups. Targeting someone for effeminate behavior directly qualifies as homophobia. This is just my take. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments.